Hello everyone, Marga here. Today I'm going to make my week 39 in my week by week planner journal, just how you call it. And it was a struggle. It was really a struggle because I do one page per week normally, but I'll go take my planner. This is what I do normally, so this week 37, week 38. But I had so many photos, and I decided to make 2 pages, and then still it was a struggle, but I managed it, I think. So I did all in bags so that I know what I'm doing, because otherwise I don't know which one and which photo I must do. I hope the light is okay. I go look because I think maybe I must close the curtains. I think that's better for you. Yes. And I'm going to start. I'm going to start with the first page. This one. And I take out all the stuff. Why do I have so much photos for this week? It was the retreat weekend for Elizabeth Craft Design for Dounen. So I had a lot of photos, and there are more photos, but I don't have them yet. But this is a little impression how it was. Here a photo from the files of the flyers, sorry. Here are the teachers. Here is where it was, what you get if you was doing the retreat. So these I have photos I printed out, and I did the weekend fun, and the weekend fun is from the new release from Esther, and I thought that was nice, weekend fun. Normally you must but I think this is also correct. And I make a pocket from that. So I'm first going to edge the weekend, because otherwise you don't see it on this paper. But I would want to take another color, so I'm going to edge it with the pressed corduroy. I'll give it a good inky edge. I must say, I hope for all the people that are going to the Canada retreat from Elizabeth Craft Design, they had such a fun like we did, because we had a lot of fun. I was very tired after it, but that was worth every minute. Such nice people, lots of nice people in the workshops. Maybe I try to do inside here, yes. Works also. There were 100 people doing the workshop, and there were 8 teachers. I was in the group with Esther and Lisanna, Tony, and I. So we had the whole day, a program for the whole day, and the other teachers had a problem for half a day program. Oh, my printer wants to say something. And I think I'm not, normally my videos for the week by week planner are almost half an hour, but I don't think this one is ready in half an hour. But that's okay for me, I hope also for you. I'm going to look if it is enough that you see the difference. I think it may have a little bit more. In between, I try to do some in between also, but not every letter is handy to do. No, I think this is enough. Then I had a piece of paper and I torn it off because I wanted the pocket. Then the page. I don't want like the white edges, but you know that for me. And I met also some really nice people. I met Seven Plaza. Margaret, I don't know if you know her, but she is also on YouTube a lot. She makes really nice stuff. I'm going to have the double-sided this by the 3mm tape. If I can find the beginning, it was really handy. Come on. No, where are you? Oh yeah. And Tony was there. Tony Louis Dickner. So we had together a really nice weekend. Loved a lot. And Margaret Seven Plaza came visit us. So in the evening. Oh, scissor. That is a handy thing, Marga. Scissor. Luckily, I have all in reach, so and Els was also there. No, she was not really there. She came on screen. That was also nice. Last year she was there, but now she's busy for the Canada retreat, so she wasn't there, only on the big screen, saying hello to everyone. So. And you know, double-sided adhesive and I are not the best friends, so I must do it really careful and not go. I think I managed it. Now, first I'm going to do the holes. way. And then I can place the weekend fan over the top, but that I can glue. And David and Esther had a new release, and this is the release from Esther. New release, Weekend Escape, it's called, and it was a weekend escape. So, that's always not perfect, I see. Yeah, I'm a perfect person, so and I see it's not totally correct. I want to change it, but maybe I must. So, and then the photos, these ones I don't going to do anything about. I put them in here. I only want to do sorry. This was a band for a wrist, but I couldn't open it because it's stuck. So I cut it off, and I wanted it on this. And this is the logo from Dounen, and I wanted it here also. So now I'm going to think, or shall I do it this side under the photos? Maybe I take the photos off. Oh, it's not that. I think I'm going to stitch this down with this piece of rope. One piece of rope in here. This thingy is dyke, but we do it on the bags for our bread, and I don't know how you call it in English, but it's for closing bags, and it doesn't stick. Maybe I must put it first here. Always a tricky thing because there's an opening in it, so the rope can out of that opening, but see? How did I do that last time? I think I'm going to do it this way. And then glue it down the other way. So it looks like I'm going to do that. I have no tape here, but only the double-sided adhesive, but that's okay. So, then I can take my tiny attacher, put it down there, and now maybe I must do it this way. No, it's not nice at that. I didn't know why I couldn't decide where I put it, but now I know. But I want it on it. So, so it's loose, so it's this one I'm going to also do with the double-sided adhesive. It's too big, it's too big. So this is too long, so so this was for now the first page, but I have also some stamped stuff, so but I'm going to see that later, because I want to first make the pages all done, and then I'm going to see where I put that. I'm going to look if the camera is still rolling. Yes. Oh. Now page 2. Oh, the reinforcements. I must do the reinforcement there also. But that's okay. I'll do that later. We had a photo booth on the retreat. That was fun too. And I cut them down because I had a lot of I show them to you. A lot of stripes. So there was strange hats and boas and glasses, and here we didn't do nothing on. But here we had a camera in hand. Tony has I Love Elizabeth Craft Designs. So I cut them off. I printed them off and I cut them and I did them on this beautiful film strip. And I prepared that already because otherwise it's taking too long, the video. So I made 2 strips from 4 strips, because there were 3 pictures on every strip. And the photo booth didn't work well, so there was a really nice lady that was helping us the whole day with the photo booth. Normally you can use it yourself, but it didn't work, and the young lady was I think from 9 to 10 in the house to help us with the photo booth. And I want to do it here also. So that was really nice. And there was also a photographer. She always makes a picture for the shop we were there for. Did I edit this page? Shall I glue it? I want to glue it because glue is more my thing. So that's one. Oh, and then I have the week 39. I want it in this corner. I hope I'm straight. I'm going to look. Not. Now I am. So, then the film strips are coming in. See, they didn't fit, but I did a piece of paper after on the back of the film strip, and then I cut the photos so that they are fitting, and creative retreat and the date here. So and I have here the logo from the shop, and I wanted that also on here. Just for fun. Just for fun. So, and then you think lots of photos, Marga. Now I see only these, but I have more. I have a lot more. See, I have a lot more photos, and I start with this ones. What I thought was, oh, here a logo again. I have a lot of logos, I see. Rolodex cards. They are also in the set. So I'm going to put them on here with photos on it. So I have in between pages also. I must have my corner punch, because there are corners on the desk. I just said the word and now I forgot. How stupid can it be? Rolodex card. Sometimes. I did them all four. And I spoke almost whole weekend with English with Tony, so I did spoke a lot, and now I don't know the words anymore. So I had 4 photos, but I wanted on the front. It says, nice that you are here, but then in Dutch, of course. And I think, but I don't know for sure, but I think that Ingrid from our design team made that sign. I don't know for sure, but I think it's the Ingrid. No, I know for sure it's Ingrid. I do both sides. Ingrid is also very good in hand lettering. Ingrid is in the design team from David, so you know what Ingrid, which Ingrid I mean. And she's coming here on day. We must pick a date so she can learn me the hand lettering thing. But we have no date yet. Long ago I did some calligraphy, but that is so long ago that. Shall I give the pictures also a little bit? Yeah, a little bit white off. That's one. And which one? This is for the back. Also for the back. This was the fun photo. Oh, English, it is on this picture. Yeah, oh, you don't see her good. But I think you know what I mean. So this is the first one. I'm going to glue on here. I take it up. See if I'm straight again. Sometimes you don't see it because there are other things behind if you are straight, but yes, this was the first and this was the second one. So here you see Tony, Daria, Ingrid, David, Linda, so, and I, of course. Linda is not on our little card design team. So, what did I have on? No, I go look later what I have on the stamps done. Now at the back. This is the first. Here are we the teachers, Lisanne, Tony, Esther and I. And here Tony, I, Esther and Lisanne. And this was the first day and this was the second day. This was the first one. Must come on here. This is the second one, yes. And I did not put many pictures from other people's in this page because I don't know if they like it. So I only used the pictures where we were on, and some people we know they don't mind. So because not everyone wants to be on a picture. I have a group photo from all the how do you say that? All the people who did the workshop, but there you cannot see in the video who they are. So this is, yes. So I said 2 pages, but I have more. I've 2 big pages and 2 little pages, but they are in between these pages, so yes. And these ones I'm going to do immediately with the stamp, because I had a stamp made Saturday and Sunday. Where's my... I must look where I'm going to put it. I think I'm going to do it in the corner here. This was Saturday and that was Sunday. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday. Okay. So. And I etch it a little bit. This was a Saturday. And this was a Sunday. I'm going to glue that down. There is a gum behind it, I think, but I don't like gum. So I do the glue. And if I see the pictures now, I see we were really tired that Sunday, and you see that. Here we had blushes on our face, and here not. We are all seeing a little bit white. I think we were tired then. Yes, these are the in-betweenies. So this is how it's going to go later on when it's finished, but I'm not finished yet. I have more. Here I have a big tag. I'm going to look how long I'm busy right now, because I don't want... Oh, that's not a problem. I thought I would be very, very, very late, but very, very, very long video, but I'm not finished yet, but I think it's okay. No. First, I'm going to do this. I don't know how, I must ask Esker, how you call this ones. I think you don't call them reinforcements, but I don't know for sure. So, and these I made. They fit. These are was for, and these are all the teachers and the shop order. So, going to do this, and don't do the round edges here, because these are fitting perfectly on the tag. I only add the edges with some ink. So, and I start at the bottom. So, and then the other one. I think this photo was not such a nice picture, but we were sitting down for a few minutes, and I think at the that moment we were also tired. I don't know for sure. I'm looking very angry at that. Wow. My mind was thinking. I see my head is thinking, or I saw something of that, kind of that. Now, this is a label I can put later on in it, but first the stamps. And yeah, I had this tag also. This tag is with the whole group. Everyone on it, all the contestants. Now I know. So, and we are on front, and where is the shop owner? She is hiding, I think. Oh no, here in the corner. Luz is always hiding. But I thought first this one, but I think it's a dark picture, so maybe this one is better. This side is better. I think this side is better. And it's okay to do the other side, it's not a problem. I do that top thingy. I call it top thingy. A new word, top thingy. I learned from David, if you don't know the English word, say thingy. Say thingy. This thingy don't want to stay down. Nice. Now I must do the edges also. So I wanted the group photo also in here. Yes, this is. And now I must clean a little bit my desk. Shall I do the logo here again? It's a big one, huh? Maybe a half one. Maybe I do that nice. Trying to do the middle. here too. So, put this in this corner. Oh, my glue. And does it fit in the other corner? Do you see the people? Yes. Just for fun. This is just for fun. That makes the label a little bit cuter because there's only a photo on it. Maybe later on I do some strips on it. The photo is not gluing down on the other photo. It's moving. Now, and I have not a lot of stamps, but I have a few. And these cutouts are from the film strips. The middle of the film strips, you see. Well, you don't see because I'm outside the camera. These are from here. But at the back, they are so cute. Don't throw it away. I have them all here. Because you can use it for another time. Maybe I can use it here also today. But I'm going to look. So these are the film strips. I did here the, yes. I have here. This is all in the stamp set with that same, from the same special. And this says evidence. Case, and the case is the Creative Retreat. Item I said 999. Evidence description photos. Place evidence found Carlton Hotel Spijkenisse. Date and time I put on here. So I thought that was really nice to do also. This one I don't glue down anywhere. I think I'm going to put it in the pocket, I think. Let me look. Let me look. Shall I do it this way? And then, oh, that's also nice. That's also nice. Then we'll add with an eyelet. I think that's also nice. Just for fun also. Yeah, I'm going to do that. If that's my eyelets here. Yes, I have eyelets here. See, sometimes I take that gold one. Yeah, I'm going to look if I can put a hole in here. That's the most important. Can I see what I'm doing? Yes, that's one. You see, sometimes I come on ideas that I didn't expect first. No, I hope this is also working because this is bigger. You had to do that first, but I think it's going to work. No, I did something wrong with the eyelet. I did something wrong with the eyelets. I must have a new eyelet. But I liked this one so much. Come on. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. No, this is evidence. Yeah, we had a lot of evidence, a lot of photos here. Oh. And then this is coming in here. Then I have this one also in here. And this one I don't like because he's so, yeah, I missed something. But we were all guilty. We were all guilty, and I have here the weekend. And that be also here. Or shall I put it here? I think I put it here. So the teachers are all guilty. This is weekend. First I'm going to do the weekend. I hope I'm in the camera for that, yes. Weekend in the corner. Yes. And I want some more here. But I told you already I have a box full of this kind of stuff. This is from the Reminiscence book 6. Maybe it's nice to do so. Yes, that is nicer. These pieces are all done with inking. Oh, here is tape on it. On a thinner paper from the Reminiscence book, I do the double-sided adhesive from Elizabeth Carson. And if I get it off, it works perfectly. Maybe there's a lot of my, I think there was a lot on my ears here, tweezer. So, and then here the guilty. Oh, and I have another thing that I can use. Tony showed us some really nice stuff to make, and I have a piece of it here. Where do I have that piece of? Oh. This is plastic, and she learned us how we do the alcohol ink on it. So I think this is nice to use, so I'm going to cut it off a little bit, make some strips, because we did that on the retreat. It's nice to use it now also. These are too long. Shall I do? Just a few. looks like old, how do you call that? I don't know. Here we did our books for school. We gave that a plastic layer so they didn't get dirty, but vintage tape, I would say. Come on. Something on my finger that sticks. And the plastic is very thin. Come on, yesterday you worked with me. Why not now? Yesterday I made tickets from it. Maybe I need a knife or so. Normally my tweezer is working very well, but yes, I think I have it, yes. So, you see how thin it is? I like to do this because we did learn that from Tony. See? It's a dirty piece of tape. A little bit vintage. Now I hope this one is going better. Otherwise it takes too long. Yes. This one was a little bit quicker. See, we were. This team was guilty. This was the complete team that was guilty. So I like this, and I want to do a rope on it also. Must do that on the other one also. Come on. This one is on this side. And if I get more photos in this week, I think I do, because I don't have seen everything, then I can put also the photos on the back. So I have some space, leftover space, even after all the thinking how I must do these pages. I have leftover 2 tags behind. I can put some more photos if there are coming more from me that I can put in and not shown to you. Then I can put them later on. So now I'm going to look what do I need more. I need some reinforcers. That's what I need. And I'm going to take some. Do I have enough of the black ones here? I think I want, no, the black ones. Yes, I have 3 black ones. Only there are not, oh, I had 3 black ones and now I lost one. Oh, on the ground. So first I'm going to do this. He doesn't want on the page. I think he does hide himself every time. Normally I do the reinforcements with tape, but these ones are not with tape, so must glue them down. last piece. So, and then the other ones. I think I'm going to do smaller ones on this side. Normally I don't do the smaller ones alone, but today I think I like. Oh, I must. No, it's okay. I thought I must do the holes, but these photos came out over the holes. And after the reinforcements, I go look if there are some places that needs a little bit more of something. Then I take my little box again with the small number strips and sayings on it. I go look if I need some, but maybe I don't need something. So, shall I do the other ones on the other side? Yes, I do. I do the black ones today. Only the black ones. And I must confess, it's old also that I don't have a lot of any reinforcements, other reinforcements anymore. I told you the last times already that I must go make time for it, but I didn't have time yet to make new ones. So I'm doing it with what I have, and I'm almost, I show the box, You can see I have not a lot anymore. So, this is this. I'm going to look. This one is, I think, ready. Must take them a little bit out. Shall I do some more here on the bottom? This I don't like. I like number strings. I always like the numbers. So this is also one that I like. And Asa made a lot of numbers, so that's fine for me. But I also use a lot. This one. Here I have. I got it. Now this one I think is nice on here. This one was with tape. So maybe this one this side. This one was also with tape. I must say I use these a lot. I use these often. I like them. I have also a box with Tim Holtz small thingies. And this one I think I don't do anymore because there is is this too much? I like it, so it's not too much. No. The tape won't come off. It's my day today with the tape. So I see. Now this one can go in here. That one, now this one I think is ready, so it can also go in here. Or maybe can go in here also. Now I do like this more. So we have a lot of photos in this one. And then I have here some front. The back I have done already with the Saturday and the Sunday. And must I do on front some? Yeah. I think I can glue them down better before I peel this double-sided adhesive off. I did the wrong way. The A4 double-sided adhesive from a little craft design has a back that's brown, and I did the wrong way. Pull off. You can better do the other side, but this one I don't like here, so I'm gonna look. I can find another one that's nice. No, let's glue in it. This one is okay. And it is also with tape. I have also with, oh, this one is going quicker. So I think that is just fine. So now I'm going to take my planner and I'm going to put it in so you can see how it looks. Go on here. This one is going on here, and then these two. Oh, this one was on the top. Nice that you are here, and this one is going on here. So you see, my week 39 is a busy week with a lot of photos, and yeah, I must say I like this one very much, and I like all the photos in it. I hope you liked it too. Oh, I see the light was really shining in it. I hope it wasn't that bad in the video. This was my 39, and I hope you liked it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.